Hey guys, it's me, Marley, and today I have a video for you guys. This is going to be a very special video to me because honestly, this is the whole reason why I made this YouTube channel. And today I'm coming at you guys with my coming out story and what really made me come out to, you know, my friends, and how it was for me coming out to my friends and coming out to my family. And it's a very interesting story, to say the least, so I hope you guys stay tuned. Well, let's just say my first inkling of ever, you know, really knowing that I was a woman or a girl or a female or any of that was, it's always been up here for me. Like, my whole life I've always been very feminine and very girly, and like literally my whole entire life. Like, I can't even remember a time when I wasn't. I actually had to come out to my friends first because it was very like scary to come out to my family members, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, you know, to my mom and dad, my mom, my brothers, like they all knew me and they thought that I was just, you know, a gay boy, really, and I really wasn't. The first person I ever came out to, like, as being trans was my really good friend Jairus, and I really hope that he doesn't get mad at me for mentioning his name in this video, but he was the first person I think I ever came out to, you know, contemplating, and really, actually, he was. He was the very first person, because me and him actually used to, like, when I was in high school still, we would like travel down to the city, like to Philadelphia. Well, and on the way down to the city, I had like this little like wig. I don't even know where I got the wig from, but we would travel down to the city and I would bring like wig and like makeup and like get ready in the car, like put on my makeup and my lip gloss or whatever. And I just remember like him saying like, is this something that you want to do? Like, is this who you really want to be? And I'm like, I think so. Being like, I'm still a teenager, like it wasn't something that I really was, you know, reconsidering. I don't know how to explain it, but I just always knew that this was who I was. Like, my whole life I've known that this was who I was meant to be. The second person that I've ever told this to was my best friend Mandy. She was like, okay bitch, like I know. After I told her, I left for college, and it was hard for me to actually come out and start living as a woman in college because I had already made friends who had knew who I was, like who I previously, you know, was, I guess you could say. I don't know. That was a little hard, but I got over that bump. I went through a very, very deep depression. And this is like even before I told my parents and anyone like back home. This was just like straight up, I'm doing this whether you like it or not. So, I secretly started like taking pictures on my MacBook and like, you know, posing with people, like, not with people, but like friends in school, like my friend Lily, like Joey, like all my good friends at school. And they started calling me Miss Monroe Minaj which was like my little like screen name thing that I had on Facebook or something like that. And everyone would call me Monroe Minaj, Monroe Minaj. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna stick with that. That's gonna be my little like thing. And so coming to the conclusion of, you know, being this way in college, I started posting pictures on Facebook. It was very, oh my gosh, like it made me feel like, okay, I have this support group. Who needs like the support from anyone else who's not gonna support it? So my parents started seeing it because people, I guess, were being shady and wanted to be shady and show my parents what was really going on in my life down in college, instead of like, you know, being supportive. It was always like, look what she's doing, or look what he's doing. And it threw me off, and I had the weirdest relationship with some of these people, and I'm not gonna like mention names, but it just, once my family started to see that I was, you know, living my life as Marley, it just, our relationship started going downhill. It was very, like, a very tumultuous relationship, and we just never, I guess it was bad. Like, and mind you, I'm actually still a freshman in college. Like, I'm in my second semester in school, and I'm pretty much feeling alone besides the people that I have at school. So, I mean, I'm starting to act out. Like, I would get into arguments with people at school, and it was just a very, very weird time for me, because I was coming into my own, and it just felt like I was being, you know, shut up by my family, and I was told, like, don't come home unless, you know, you're dressed like a boy. Whew, crazy. It was crazy. So, I came back home after that semester, and I was a boy, you know what I mean? I had to dress like a boy, or I was gonna be on the street, and I didn't want to look like a boy. Like, no, it was not for me. So, I come home. I'm home for that, you know, the last Christmas break that I've been home. Like, that was in 2011. Me and my, like, family's relationship, like, really went downhill after that, because it was something that they didn't want to accept, you know what I mean? It wasn't something that they wanted to be a part of. They didn't want to see their son dressed up like a girl and living their life as a female, because in their mind they are thinking this is a choice and that I'm choosing this lifestyle, when in all reality I'm not. Trust me, I would not choose this if I wanted to. Like, it was almost like I was doing something wrong, you know what I mean? It was almost like I was being prosecuted because I wanted to live the life that I always knew I was supposed to live. So, being adopted, actually, because I am adopted, it almost felt like they were giving up on, you know, something that they chose. They chose me. I didn't choose them. So it felt like I was being abandoned when I was told, like, if you come home, you have to come home and be someone that you're not. You know what I mean? It was like, come home this way or don't come in at all. So I never went back home. And I think that was the best choice I've ever made in my life. And if it wasn't for not going home, like, if it wasn't for me making that choice and not cowering to what my parents wanted me to do or what anyone else wanted me to do, I would have never done it. And I would have still been unhappy, sitting probably at my parents' house and just not being me, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't going to sit around and continue to be unhappy. It was coming to a point where I almost wanted to end it all. And I don't want to sound like, you know, I was weak or anything like that, but the way I felt was, if I can't live my life the way I actually need to live my life, not the way I want to live my life, but the way I need to live my life, I wasn't going to be happy. So I took that chance and I ran off with it. And the past 5 years have been crazy. They've been very up and down. I don't want to go into too much detail about how it happened, like what happened after that, but let's just say it's been up and down. I've been homeless. I've been, you know, sleeping on friends' couches. Like, I've done it all. And I just want to say to people that it actually does get better. I'm sorry if the story is a little sappy, but I just wanted to like let you guys know that it does get better. And after 5 years of, you know, not spending any holidays at home, this past Thanksgiving, I spent Thanksgiving with my family, and it was a little awkward between me and my father, but what are you gonna do? I mean, his son is now his daughter, and he has to get used to that, and I don't think he ever will, and I don't think he ever wants to. But my mom is like, she's totally on board, even though she doesn't want to let on that she's totally on board. She's on board. But yeah, like, me and my mom's relationship is a lot better. We talk, you know, not all the time, but when we do talk, it's never anything like yelling or screaming how it used to be. It was very tumultuous. Like, me and my mom, like, is it tumultuous? Tumultuous? Whatever it is. But it's not as crazy as it used to be. Like, me and my mom used to, like, go at it. Like, ugh, that'll be another story for another time. Very bumpy. The first year, 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes, it will be bumpy. But it gets better. You just gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta have that support system. Like, if it wasn't for my friends, I'm telling you guys right now, if it was, let's just say, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't know where I would be right now, because when I tell you, honey, that's all I could depend on was my friends. And I'm sorry to, like, make it seem like my family wasn't there, but they weren't there. And I mean, I know friends don't expect, you know, anything back from helping a friend, but I want my friends to know that they always are good. Always. Because they always made sure that I was good. And I will always be grateful for them, you know? So I'm gonna end this video for you guys today. It's a little sad. It's a little up and down video, but I just wanted to come to you guys and give you my coming out story and what it's like for me to be a trans woman in the world today. And I must say, like, I have a new outlook on life because I am finally living my truth and finally happy with who I am. And I want everyone out there to know that you can be happy. You don't always have to, you don't ever have to live the way someone else wants you to live, because you only get one life. And if you're not living that life, they're not living it. Who are they to tell you how to live the life that God gave you? All I'm saying is, just live your life and don't live for everyone else. Plain and simple. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next time, I'm not going to do such a sad video, but see you guys. Thank you for watching.